Hi, morning everybody. So today is Wednesday, October 24th. Yeah. And I'm giving my update for last week. First of all, how is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing great. I myself am doing fabulous. Have some news for you, have some updates. So first of all, my great update is that I haven't lost any more weight. So I'm still basically 189, 190, 191. I mean, you see some fluctuations here, but that's basically where I'm at. So how do I feel about that no weight loss? I'm not gonna say I feel like super happy, like yay, no. I do feel a little bit disappointed. However, the thing is that I have no intention of giving up. That's the most important thing to me. I have no intention of giving up. I do feel frustrated. I do wish that, at first I was feeling, like bad about losing 1 pound for the week. But I wish I was losing a pound a week now. For the last 2 weeks, I haven't really, in fact, for the last 3 weeks, I haven't had that much improvement. I was at 192 and then 189. In fact, I was at 191, then 192, then 189, and now I'm inclined to say 191 in the mornings when I wake up, 190, 191. Saying I don't feel really amused about that. However, there's something that I know for a fact. If you're making changes and you're working hard and you're doing the things that you're supposed to do, you may not see results as fast as you like or when you want to. But you've got to see results. It's impossible to change something, change how you do things, and to be radical about that and not see any results. So one of the things that I can say is that even though I have not seen changes on the scale or in my measurements around my waist, I'm seeing a lot of changes in my body. I can literally look at my body and see how the exercise is impacting on my body. So I have been exercising hard. In fact, last week I joined a gym and I really started doing workouts now. So I had a trainer who did like 2 sessions with me, and then she did a program for me based on that. So I started the program on paper yesterday. And it's a very, very, very hard and rigorous workout, but I feel so good once I've done it. Really good, just strong, and looking forward to the next session. And the gains that you get from changing your diet and changing your moving from being sedentary to being somebody who's physically active, the gains are way beyond the weight loss. The benefits I've gained mentally and emotionally, I can't even begin to explain. I used to feel when I wake up in the mornings, I used to have this very down feeling, like I just can't bother to get up. I just don't feel like doing anything. I wish I could stay in my bed. There was even that time when I used to feel disappointed that it was morning. Now when I wake up in the mornings, I'm excited because, I feel excited about my day. I feel very grateful. I feel thankful that I can jump up and do some exercises. I can dance in front of the TV. I can, there's so much out there for me to do. I feel excited about that. And I think that's a huge gain for me. So I'm not at a place where I feel despondent or I'm going to give up. And I know the weight is going to come off. I just think back to the days when I was weighing 214, 210, 207. And I'm at 190 now. I mean, if it's not exact 189 anymore, 190. That's not, it's a lot to give thanks for. And so that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm just giving thanks for that. And I am motivating myself to keep on moving forward. And thank God for people around me, including the young lady at the gym. Her name is Giselle, who has really, people have really helped and encouraged. So Here are some things that I'm learning this week that I learned between last week and this week. Just a few points very quickly. Some things that I've learned and that I have to keep before my eyes, and I would encourage you to keep before yours too if you're on this weight loss journey. So, of course, as I said last week, I don't know how many of you saw the video about the journey and not just the destination, but it's a long journey. But one of the things I've learned is that it's not a linear journey, right? So we accept that it's a long journey because, oh my gosh, it's healthy to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week, and that's such a long journey and so slow for somebody who needs to lose 40 pounds. That's like almost a year of weight loss if we're talking about a pound a year. But I'm learning that it's not just a long journey linearly like that. It's also a long journey that is up and down, up and down. So it's a non-linear journey. You find yourself going, different directions. It's not going to always be linear. It's not going to be like you can predict that next week you lose another pound and another pound and you'll just be going down in a straight line. Sometimes things will go up, sometimes things will go down, sometimes things will be level and not change. Why? It is like that because there's so many other factors in our life other than that we're losing weight. There are times of the month when you just can't exercise as much and you don't feel as well. If you have kids like I do, sometimes they're sick and you have to pause what you're doing. I'm homeschooling, or you might have a job or whatever it is. Some days and some periods are very demanding because maybe exams are around or some report is due and so on. Sometimes you can't eat exactly how you planned to eat, and sometimes we make mistakes. We miscalculate. We might think that, by doing this is going to help, but maybe it doesn't help as much. Maybe it sets you back. But the most important thing is to pick yourself up and try again. Keep moving, right? And also, even during those difficult times when things aren't going perfectly, just make sure to do something. Make sure to do something that is positive and toward the growth that you want. So don't get into a place where, because you can't meal prep and you can't do everything perfect, you're going to have KFC for lunch and dinner and breakfast. Do what you can to stay at least consistent, at least constant, right? Do what you can that contributes to the goals that you have, even though it might just be a small amount. And when you make mistakes, as soon as you realize those mistakes, try to get help to figure out what those mistakes are and how you can correct them. Or if you can figure it out on your own, then do that. But do something, all right? And like I said, we make mistakes along the way. So one of the things that I think has been a mistake for me that is impacting upon my weight loss right now is that the more that I have, so I've been exercising a lot harder and I've been applying myself to exercise so much, and I've been focusing on that a lot, and it's important. I don't think that's a mistake. I think that's important for me and the goals that I've had. However, as you exercise more, your body obviously needs more calories, and that's fine. But I think that I have become kind of lax in terms of the calories that I'm consuming. I feel like because I'm exercising hard, I deserve to just take breaks in terms of how I eat, and I can go back to snacking and whatever, and not really thinking and being mindful about how I'm eating just because I'm working out hard. So that's something that I need to correct. That's not something that I'm going to allow to make me feel bad and say, you're not going to lose any weight, you're just so horrible, and see you doing it again and so on. And that temptation is there for us sometimes, especially those of us who have been overweight for most of our lives. You do feel like, maybe that's just how you're supposed to be, and maybe you should just accept it and just give up and that sort of thing. And that's what I'm fighting with right now, is that I have to keep myself upbeat, and I have to remember that I'm on a journey and I've had good results so far, and all I have to do is stick with it, right? Nobody ever gets the same results all the time when you're changing things, and nobody gets good results or see changes in their results if they don't change anything. So just have to make those changes and keep moving forward. So that's what I have to share for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the video encourages you. And if you have any questions or comments, please, you can go ahead and leave those in the comment section. Please subscribe, and so you can get updates regularly.